So here's something wild. About 1 in 5 people in India have errors on their CIBIL report right now, and most of them have no idea about it. Just imagine this: you are applying for your dream housing loan, but you get a message from your bank that the loan has been rejected, and then you discover that there's a 3 lakh loan on your CIBIL report that you have never taken, or maybe a credit card you closed 3 years ago, but it's still showing as active and dragging your score down. This is not some rare horror story. It's something happening every single day with thousands of people. And today I will show you how exactly you can fix it. Hi everyone, I'm Sangeeta Sharma. Welcome back to my channel Smart Credit Bites with Sangeeta. On this channel I talk about business finance insight, and today I'm going to talk about CIBIL report errors, and I will show you how you can actually fix them. Alright, I know you are thinking my CIBIL score is fine. This will not happen to me. That's what everyone thinks until it does actually. Now here's the reality. Banks make mistakes, systems glitch, identity thefts happen every day, and when it does, your credit score tanks just through down and no fault of your own. But here's the good news. These errors can be fixed. I have observed dozens of cases where people went from 590 to 750 in just 30 days once they knew what to do, right? So whether you are already having an error in your report or you are just checking to make sure everything's okay, then this video is just for you. By the end of this video, you will know exactly what steps to take, what documents you need, and what methods actually work for you, and which ones are just a waste of time. I will tell you how you can check your CIBIL score, and these are how you can correct them if your CIBIL score is down, and these steps are super easy to follow. And I will also give you some examples and actual step-by-step processes. Sound good, right? So let's get into it. Before starting this video, I want to have pen and paper so that you can quickly note down the steps and you can learn what are the steps required so that it can be helpful for you in the future. So grab your chair, pen and paper, and let's quickly get started. So, okay, why this actually matters? Why are we discussing about CIBIL errors? So before we talk about fixing these errors, let's talk about your CIBIL score. Why your CIBIL score is such a big deal. Before you know what is CIBIL score, this is a credit score that every bank check while you are given a loan, right? Now because of this, a lot of people don't check it, right? Because they think we don't need money, right? We don't want any loan, so why should we check it? Until one day you have a financial emergency and something goes wrong. By then it's almost too late. So let me tell you, your CIBIL score is basically a 3-digit number ranging from 300 to 900, right? And this tells lenders how trustworthy you are. Now this is you can say that this is your financial report card, right? Now let's break it down. Now if your CIBIL score is 750 and above, that means 750 to 900, then this is golden for you. Banks will love you and you will get loan easily with great interest rates. And if you are taking the business loan, then the security requirement for you is much lower than the average person who is taking the business loan, right? So it's very good, right? Now if your CIBIL score is 650 to 749, then you are in the okay zone. We can say in the average zone. You might get approved, but the interest rates are slightly higher and there is more scrutiny, more requirement of documents. I hope you have seen these days now housing loan advertisement. These are common in vehicle loans. They show your ROI based on your CIBIL score, right? So the CIBIL score, 3-digit score we see there is the same we are talking about it here. Okay, now if your CIBIL score is below 650, then this is completely a danger zone. And trust me, maximum bank rejects your application outright. And this affects way more than just loans. If you want sometimes say a premium credit card, they will check your CIBIL. And sometimes I have seen in my career that if you want to rent a nice apartment in a say premium society, your landlords also check the CIBIL. And if you want to lease a car, they also check your CIBIL. Now CIBIL is everywhere. But here's what crazy study shows that about 20% of credit reports contain some kind of error. Do you understand that? That's literally millions of people walking around with wrong information affecting their financial lives. Could be a loan you never took, or maybe a payment marked late even though you paid on time. An account showing as active when you closed it even many years ago. And you know what's the worst part? Most people do not find it until they apply for something important and just get rejected. So yes, I'll say it matters. It matters a lot. And that's why I wanted to make this video to help you catch these errors and you can fix them fast, right? So now, alright, so what kind of errors are we talking about here? Let me break down them into the 6 common ones. I believe I have categorized them into 6 common parts, and I guarantee at least one of these will sound familiar to someone you are watching this, whether you are a banker, maybe you are a finance professional, or maybe someone some businessman, maybe some individual. You will find them so familiar with you. So the error type 1, I say the ghost account. Now this is when there's a loan or maybe credit card in your report that you have never applied for. Even I can say you have never heard of that you are having such loan or credit card in your name. Now how does this happen? Let's talk about scenario A, that is identity theft. This is less common nowadays, but in I can say previous just 2 years before, during COVID and before that, this was so common. Someone got your documents, maybe you gave your photocopies for a job application or for a SIM card, or maybe to some broker for just renting an apartment or purchasing an apartment, and they use them to take out credit in your name, right? Now there can be scenario B, bank mix up. Suppose we all are human, right? A banker accidentally entered the wrong PAN number and it's your PAN number, so someone else got tagged to your credit file, right? Now scenario number C, it is name confusion. So what happens in this, that you have a common name, say let me say Rahul Sharma or maybe Priya Singh. These are very common, right? And now the bank system itself, it mixed up your profile with someone else. Now this is probably the scariest error, because you literally had nothing to do with it, right? But your score is tanking down and it's very hard for you to prove that this is the Rahul Sharma who has taken this loan or the Priya Singh who has taken this loan is not the same person you are, right? Now let's talk about error type 2, and I said the zombie account. Now why I say zombie account? Because say you closed an account and you got the closure letter, the NOC, the confirmation mail and everything, your security paper and everything you received from the bank, and you thought everything is fine, right? We have closed the loan and bank has given me everything, right? Now but months or maybe year later, there's the loan you haven't checked in your CIBIL report, but it's active. And trust me, I have in my banking career I have seen this with many number of people. This usually happens. People don't verify their CIBIL, and when they need loan and they come back and then they tell us, no, I closed this loan long ago, right? Now why does this happen? Because the bank was supposed to report your loan closer to CIBIL, but they just forgot. They did not tell the CIBIL. Now maybe this was system glitch, or maybe the update never went through, right? And now CIBIL thinks that you still have this active account with outstanding dues, even though you don't, right? And when the outstanding dues comes, then your CIBIL score will definitely go down, right? Now error type number 3, the payment history lie. Now in this This is some heartbreaking. You paid all your bills on time. You even have your auto debit set up, right? Like in Paytm, we put our electricity bill auto debit, gas bill auto debit, right? And sometimes our loans also auto debit. But due to some error, maybe the date you put auto debit due to this, or maybe bank EMI date is different than your auto debit date. Due to this, the bank reports a payment as late or maybe sometime missed. Maybe their system had a glitch, or as I said, maybe the payment was processed late or was not reported correctly. Whatever be the reason, but who suffers? Your credit reports that shows you are unreliable even though you were not, and every late payment mark you, your CIBIL score drops by 50 to 100 points. Insane, right? I know that it sounds really literally very insane, because according to you, you paid on time, everything was on auto debit, but due to some mismatch, due to some glitch, this happened, right? Now let's talk about error type number 4, that I call the clone. Now in this maximum I have seen in the cases of OD accounts. Maybe your ODD, overdraft against deposit, your FDs, or maybe working capital limit that is being renewed sometimes in bank guarantee, and rare in the term loan cases, but it happens. Now this same account appears multiple times on your report. If your bank is same, they can verify from your system, but if it's different bank, it's very difficult for you, and it's very, literally, trust me, this is very hectic for you too. Now, like, just take an example. You have one home loan for 30 lakhs and it shows twice in your CIBIL, and now what do you owe? Total 60 lakhs, right? 31 loan and plus 31 loan, it's total 60 lakhs. Now according to CIBIL, you owe 60 lakhs. Now this usually happens when loans get transferred between institutions. Both the old and the new bank report it, and CIBIL does not catch the duplicate, and sometimes it happens in the same bank due to some system glitch. Your various loan accounts appear by saying number series 1, 2, 3, and due to this, your debt to income ratio looks like terrible, even though they are just the same loan counted twice, sometimes thrice, sometimes I've seen 10 to 11 times, and this drops your score. And even if a bank sees this, if it is the other bank I'm talking here, they see that your debt to income ratio is very low, right? Now let's talk about error type number 5, the balance that won't die. Now see, you paid loan, right? You celebrated, got your no due certificate, maybe you kept it very special in a special way, but CIBIL says you still owe money, right? Maybe you have been paying EMIs regularly, but the outstanding amount is showing way higher than it should be, right? This happens when banks don't update CIBIL properly after payments or closures, and it can destroy your score. So you need to regularly check your CIBIL, right? Now error type number 6, the fraud entry. Now this is full of identity theft. Someone stole your identity and they went on borrowing spree, right? Multiple loans, multiple cards, all in your name, and you have no idea until one day you check your report, right? Now this is the nightmare scenario, because it's more common than even you think, especially with all the data breaches and the document leaks happening these days. It's just more than the nightmare. So these are the 6 big ones type, right? And if you haven't checked your CIBIL score report recently or ever, then this is your one chance, or maybe I say real chance. One of these errors could be on there right now, silently destroying your credit score. Now which is why the first thing you need to do is actually just get your report and look at it. We will talk about exactly how to do that in a minute, right? But first, let's talk about how to actually fix them, right? Once you find the errors, okay, I have these errors, then how to fix them, okay? Now, all right, you have your error. Now what? So I'm gonna walk you through 5 different methods. The first one is the easiest, works for most of the people. I can say 95% of the people, and the others are just backup plans for when things may get complicated. And I will be completely honest with you, which one actually works and which one are just a waste of your time and money. So let's start with the method that has the highest success rate. Method number 1, that is the CIBIL dispute process. Okay, now method number 1, filing a dispute directly with the CIBIL. Now this should be your first move for any error you find. It's completely free, it's direct, and it works for most clear-cut errors. Now let me explain the here complete process step by step. So step number 1 is get your CIBIL report. How do you get your CIBIL report? Just go to the www.cibil.com. From there you can go to consumer report. From there you can log in as a new user, or if you are existing, you can simply log in and purchase your credit report. It costs around, I think, 550 rupees for one time, and or you can also take a subscription if you want to check it multiple times. Right now, if you think that there can be an error in the CIBIL, I will say that get the subscription, right? Because you will want to check it back after anything is resolved to make sure your correction went through, and the subscription is really very cheaper than the one time part. Okay, step number 2, let's go review it thoroughly. So don't just look at the score. Okay, my CIBIL score is 690 and just close the tab. No, please, no. Just read it, every section, go through. It will take hardly 15 to 20 minutes. Like, just start with your personal information, your name, PAN card number, Aadhaar card number, your address, date of birth, phone number. Just check it, everything is correct. Then you can check your account details. Are all the loans and credit cards you have taken are the same listed there? Your payment history, check if there is any late payment marks, but according to you have paid all the on time. Now inquiries, who has been checking your credit? I have seen this maximum number of customers do not check it, but please check the inquiries, because this also sometimes drag down your CIBIL score. Now take notes on anything. If you find anything is wrong, even if you think that this is a small detail, just take note. Then step number 3 is log into dispute center. Once you have identified your errors, log back into your CIBIL account. On the dashboard you will find the dispute center option, and then you can click it. Okay, now go to step number 4, raise your dispute. Click on raise a dispute, and then CIBIL will show you an interactive version of your report. Select the specific account or maybe any information that's incorrect, suppose your PAN or maybe date of birth. You can select it. Now here's what most people mess up is that they are too vague. Don't say this is wrong, please fix it, or maybe that doesn't work. Please don't do that. Just be specific and clear, and don't write that this loan is incorrect, please fix. No, CIBIL will never look into your dispute. Just write that maybe this personal account number, say 1234, whatever is the account number, this does not belongs to me. I have never applied for this loan with this bank. I have never received any communication from this institution. For your information, I am attaching my PAN card, Aadhaar card, and yes, a notarized affidavit confirming that I have never availed this loan, and please investigate and remove this entry immediately. Now you see the difference. You have put your all the proofs, and you have been specific and clear, right? The second one is quite specific and clear, right? And this mentions the evidence you are providing to them, correct? Now let's go to step number 5, choose the right error category. Now CIBIL has drop down menus for different error types. Say this account does not belong to me, incorrect outstanding amount, maybe account closed but showing as active, or maybe incorrect payment history. Pick any that suitably matches your situation. Okay, now then after you have done this, you can go to step number 6, upload the strong evidence. This is very critical, and your documents need to be clear, relevant, and complete. Means suppose if you upload photo, then it should not be blurry, it should be high resolution scan, right? Complete document means don't leave anything out. Now for a loan you never took, you need PAN card, Aadhaar card, notarized affidavit telling that you never took that loan, and stamp paper of minimum 50 rupees, and one letter from your bank confirming that you have never taken such loan from that institution, right? And if your loan, suppose say it was closed but still it's showing active, for that you need NOC from your bank, final statement showing zero balance, and closure confirmation letter, or maybe email will also work. Okay, and if there is any incorrect payment history, then you need bank statement showing on time payment. Okay, payment receipts and screenshot of your banking app showing payment history. Now, the more solid evidence you provide, the faster CIBIL will resolve your dispute. So, be very specific and clear about it. Now, let's go to step number 7. Just submit and get your reference number. Okay. Now, after you have submitted your application, just CIBIL will give you a dispute reference number, and this reference number is super duper important for your future reference. Just take a screenshot, maybe email it to yourself, write it down, save it in multiple places so that you will need this when you want to track the dispute status. Step number 8, track your progress. Now you can check the status anytime by logging back into the dispute center and entering the reference number you were provided at the time of submission. Okay, now here what will happen that for 1 to 3 days CIBIL reviews your dispute and documents. On day 3 to 7 they will contact the specific bank that reported the information, and from 7 to 20 days the bank will investigate and respond to the CIBIL. And now on day 20 to 30 CIBIL will make a decision and they will update your report. Yes, now most disputes get resolved within 30 days, and sometimes these are faster, sometimes it takes full month, but at least you have a timeline of 30 days, right? Now step number 9 is follow. Now this is the key. Don't just submit and forget about it, that bank will do in 30 days, CIBIL will correct it in 30 days. No, please no. Check the status every 3 to 4 days. If there is no update by day 15, call CIBIL customer service, or maybe if the wait times are too long. I know it can be annoying, but being persistently actually helps move things along, right? Quote your reference number for an update, and if needed, just politely ask them to escalate your case, or maybe you can just escalate your mail if you don't find anything, right? And step number 10 is verify the correction. Once CIBIL says that they have fixed it, don't just take their word. Okay, it's okay, if CIBIL has said, then it might be done. No, please download a fresh report and verify that whether the error is actually gone, your score has been updated correctly, and no new errors appeared in the process. Double check everything, you consider the case closed, right? Now, so why is this method the best starting point? First, it's completely free. You are not paying anyone except the initial fee of 550. That was for the report, not for the dispute. It's direct. You are going straight to the CIBIL, the source, not dealing with any bank. It's official. Once CIBIL makes the correction, it's permanent and affects all your future lenders, whoever will check your report. And most important, it has a timeline. Unlike dealing with banks when things are drag on forever, you know it can be resolved within 30 days. They have to resolve it, right? But here's the thing, this works best for the clear cut errors, like a loan you obviously never took, or maybe account you close it but it is still showing active. Now for more complicated situation like disputed payment histories where the bank claims one thing and you as a claimant claim the other thing, you might need to tackle the bank directly, which is the method number 2. So let's go to method number 2. Contacting the bank directly. Now this is useful when you clearly identify which institution caused the error and you want to attack the problem from multiple angles. Now here's the reality about bank. Trust me, they don't care about your credit report problems until you make them care, right? Casual phone calls will never work. They get thousands, maybe I'm exaggerating, hundreds of calls per day. You need a proper paper trail and be persistent with your follow-up. Now, here what you can do is step number 1, identify the responsible party. Just look at your CIBIL score, which bank or NBFC have reported the incorrect information. Write down them, the bank name, account number, type of loan and specific error. Okay, after you have identified the responsible party, you have noted down the information, gather your evidence before contacting them. Just compile everything you have, like loan closure certificate, your NOC, payment receipts, bank statement, email confirmation, SMS confirmation, your CIBIL report with the error highlighted. The more documents you have, the stronger your case will be, right? Now, after you have done step number 2, step number 3 is write a formal complaint, not a casual email saying, hey, I have a problem. I'm talking about a formal complaint letter. Now, I will give you here's the structure that will actually work. Otherwise, you can write in your own language. Now, you can write subject. Always before sending to bank a mail, just write urgent so that they can specifically look your mail, because they get hundreds of mail per day. And if you want your mail to be looked specifically, just write urgent and mark it as priority. In subject, you will write urgent, incorrect credit reporting to CIBIL account number, okay, and just mention your account number, then your to the branch name, manager, or maybe customer grievance officer, then bank name, branch address, and after that, dear sir, madam, I am writing to report a serious error in the credit information your institution has reported to my CIBIL regarding my account. Okay, you will give your details. Okay, and then then you will mention your specific problem, that I closed my account or credit card number, I received closure confirmation email from your bank, however my CIBIL report dated this still shows it active or outstanding, and this is factually incorrect and is severely damaging my CIBIL score, right? Now, also mention what document you have attached, and at last what you need from them, you need to mention. Okay, and then sincerely and thanks. Okay, if you want, you can take the screenshot of this page. Okay, and if you want me to mail you this, you can just mention in the comment box. I can mail you the format of this letter. Okay, so just notice what this letter does. It is formal. Okay, bank response to formal complaints, never the casual request. Okay, it's specific, there is no room for ambiguity, it has deadlines, it creates urgency, this urgent. Okay, it mentions the RBI, right? You can mention this in the in your letter or maybe in your mail, that important note, as per RBI guidelines, accurate credit reporting is mandatory. If this is not resolved within 30 days, I will be compelled to escalate this complaint to the RBI Banking Ombudsman. I trust this matter will be handled with the urgency it deserves. This you can mention at the last, okay, so that they will immediately look for it. Okay, and it also lists the attachments. You have evidence. You are not saying like, no, I don't have any evidence. Okay, now step number 4, it is submit through multiple channels. Don't just send one email and hope for the best. Do all of these. Okay, channel number 1, in-person submission. Channel number 2, email. Channel number 3 is registered post. So now let's talk about channel number 1, in-person submission. Just print 2 copies of your letter with all attachments. Go to the branch, just hand 1 copy to the branch manager or maybe customer service head, and always get the stamp and sign of your copy as acknowledgement, because you will need, if your problem is not resolved, you will need this in method number 3, and always keep that stamped copy as a proof. And channel number 2, after you are done this, I will recommend it, just scan all these papers, that the one you took with the stamp and sign of the branch, and just send the mail to the bank and CC the grievance officer email. Okay, you can easily find them on the bank's website. Mark the mail as high priority, I already told you, and request a read receipt. Perfect. Now channel number 3, registered post. You can send another copy via speed post or maybe registered mail. This will give you a tracking number and proof of delivery, and always keep the delivery receipt as a proof for you. Now, why all these three channels? Because it creates an undeniable paper trail. If they even try to say we are never got your complaint, you have the proof that says yes, you did, and 3 times, and that's a huge. Trust me. Now let's go to step number 5. Follow up relentlessly. Now here's your follow-up schedule. On day 5, if you do not get any response from them, just call their customer care, quote your complaint date and subject line. You can ask for status on day 15. If you still don't get, just send a follow-up mail. This is my second request for an update on my complaint dated this, please provide the status. Day 20, you can send a final warning mail. It has been 20 days with no resolution, and if I don't receive a satisfactory response within next 5 days, I will be filing a complaint with the RBI Ombudsman. Now see, you have a 20 days follow-up tracking mail, right? Now this will escalate. This escalation will show that you are very serious and you are not going away. Okay. Now then you will go to step number 6. Get written confirmation. Once you give your day 20 mail, you will definitely get a mail from them, and once they agree to fix it, you will insist on getting it in writing, an email saying we have updated your information with CIBIL, and this will be a gold and you can save it forever, right? Always insist them that after you have updated, just send me a mail. Now then after that, step number 7, I always say verify the correction. After they have claimed that it's almost fixed, wait for say maybe 10 to 15 days or 2 weeks, and then you can download your fresh CIBIL report. Make sure the correction actually went through. And sometimes banks say they have done it, but actually they have updated this, they have not updated the CIBIL. Okay, so now let's be real about this method. What are the pros? You are dealing directly with the source of the error, that is your bank or maybe NBFC. Second is, can something be faster than CIBIL if the bank cooperates? Number 3, banks are legally required to report accurate data, so you have the law on your side. Now what can be the cons? Everything is pros and cons. Here are the cons. Bank often delay, makes excuses, straight up ignore you, right? There is no guarantee timeline like this CIBIL, because CIBIL has 30 days timeline, but bank do not have any timeline, right? They require constant follow-up and persistence. Let's be true, this is the truth. And they can be incredible. This whole process can be incredibly frustrating, trust me. So my recommendation is do with method 1 and method 2 simultaneously. Just file the CIBIL dispute and parallelly you can contact the bank. Why not attack the problems from both sides, right? Whichever resolve first, it will be great for you. You have doubled your chances of success. But what if both methods fail? What if 30 days has passed and still nothing has happened? Now that's when you bring out the nuclear option, and that I call is method number 3, RBI Ombudsman. Okay, so method number 3, this is the nuclear option, and let me tell you, banks are genuinely scared of this. Banking Ombudsman is an independent authority that is set up by the Reserve Bank of India to resolve the customer complaint against banks. Now here's the beautiful part, their decisions are binding. The bank has to comply, and that is not optional. No, it's not optional for them, right? But you can only use this after you have already tried contacting the bank and they have either ignored you or maybe rejected you or given an unsatisfactory response. You need to prove you gave them a fair chance first. Then only RBI Ombudsman listens to you. Okay? Let me tell you about a real case that happened just recently. Someone applied for a home loan and they got rejected because their CIBIL score was 640. When she checked her report, she found a personal loan with ICICI Bank that showed 2 lakh outstanding. The problem was that she paid off that loan completely in 2022. She had NOC, closure certificate, and even mail from the bank. So she tried method number 1, that is raising CIBIL dispute, and also method number 2, she directly contacted the SSI bank because she needed the home loan, right? And after 45 days of trying, nothing was changed, and CIBIL kept saying waiting for bank responses. ICICI kept giving the runaround. So she filed a complaint with the RBI Ombudsman, and her problem was instantly solved. So how can you file it? Step number 1 is make sure you qualify, means that you need proof that you have already tried to resolve with the banks. You need copies of all complaints you sent to bank, the bank's responses, and at least 30 days have passed since you first complained with no satisfactory resolution. Okay, now step number 2 is gather everything. You will need all previous complaints and correspondence, your bank's responses, your original supporting document like maybe NOC, maybe statements, everything you need, your CIBIL report clearly showing the error, and a timeline document showing everything you have done to try to fix it. You have contacted CIBIL and you have contacted bank. You need all the proof before you go to Ombudsman. Okay, now after you have gathered everything, just go to CMS portal. This is the RBI CMS portal. You can file your complaint either maybe online, by post, or in person, but I recommend online because you can track your problem, right? If you send by post or maybe you go in person, you have to again and again chase them, but in online you can track your status of the complaint. Okay, and now then after you have done this, after you have filed your complaint, you just go and step number 4, fill out the complaint form. The online form will ask your personal details, bank details, nature of complaint, like detailed description of your issue, what resolution you want, and it will ask you to upload all the supporting document. Right? Now be extremely detailed in person. Explain what exactly the error is. Don't say that this loan is wrong, no, please be specific. Every single step you took to try to fix it, you need to be brief here, and why the bank's response was inadequate for you, and what specific action you want the bank to take. Okay, the more detailed and organized your complaint will be, the faster it will get resolved. Now step number 5 is upload all the documents. Attach everything, like your initial complaints to the bank, the bank's response. So after you have uploaded all the documents, make sure everything is clear and readable, and your PDFs will always work best. So let's go to step number 6, submit and get your reference number. Once you have submitted your application, you will get a reference number in the complaint in the website, and you can save this and you can use it to track the complaint status on the portal. Now what's happened next? Here's it gets very interesting. In that case, I mentioned within 48 hours of filing the RBI, that person got a call from ICICI branch manager, not just any customer care or actual senior management. Suddenly everyone cared and everyone was apologetic. They blamed the system error and promised immediate action. And within 5 days, ICICI had updated her CIBIL, and the ghost 2 lakhs outstanding was completely gone. The personal score jumped from 640 to 755. You understand this? Now, the RBI formally closed the case after 21 days because the issue was fully resolved. Now, just compare that to 45 days of getting absolutely nowhere through normal channels, right? So, why does this method work so well? First of all, it's legally binding. When the Ombudsman rules in your favor, the bank is legally required to comply. They just can't ignore it. And it's completely free. There is no fee to file a complaint with RBI. And banks hate it. Every RBI complaint goes to the bank's official record, and too many complaints and they face the regulatory action, sometimes penalties. And if there are so many complaints, they can face even restriction. So they are highly incentivized to resolve it quickly and in your favor, trust me. And it's completely independent. The Ombudsman does not work for any bank. They work for RBI and for the consumers. But here are the downsides. The timeline is 60 to 90 days. though in practice it often faster if banks cooperate them. Documents are required. You need solid proof that you try to resolve it with the bank first. If you don't have proof, your complaint might not be accepted. Now, the formality is that this is not just a casual complaint. You need to present it properly, organized case with all the evidence. My advice will be here to just go with the method 1 and 2 simultaneously. If within the 30 days you don't get any resolution, just go to RBI Ombudsman. This is your right. You are the consumer. Just use it, right? Now let's quickly go to the method number 4. These are credit repair agencies. Okay. Now I'm gonna give you the completely unfiltered truth about this option, because there's a lot of misinformation and there are straight up scams out there because of this credit repair agency. Now what are they? Credit repair agencies are the companies that claim that they can fix your CIBIL errors. You pay them a fee, they will handle all the dispute, the follow-up, the paperwork, everything. To you it sounds super convenient, right? Just pay someone and they will deal with your headache. But let me give you a reality check, what most people don't realize. These agencies are not doing anything you can't do yourself. They file the same CIBIL dispute you can also file for free. They send the same letters to bank which you can send. They say follow up with the same way you can follow up. The only advantage they offer is they know the process well, right? Because this is their day-to-day activity. They are persistent with the follow-ups. They save your time if you are genuinely too busy or maybe overwhelmed with the process. And that's it. There is no magic, no special connection or no shortcut. Now here are some red flags. You need to spot them so that you can be saved from scam. Now red flag number 1 is impossible promises. We guarantee we will increase your score by 200 points. We will remove all negative marks in 15 days guaranteed. No one can promise that. If the negative marks are legitimate, meaning you actually did default or miss any payment, they legally stay on your report for 7 years. Yes, and no any agency in this India can resolve accurate negative information. If someone promises this, then trust me, they are lying. So it's a red flag. Just say no to that agency. Red flag number 2 is full payment upfront. Never give 100% payment upfront. Just 30 to 40% upfront, and then ask after the resolution I will give the complete payment, right? Red flag number 3, claims of the inside connection. Some agencies say we have connection at CIBIL, we can expedite your case through our contacts, we know people who can fast track this. No, that's not how CIBIL works. It's a regulated credit bureau. There are no special shortcuts or maybe insider connection. This is a lie designed to just justify their fees. Red flag number 4, pressure tactics. This offer will expire today, sign up now, or maybe you will lose this opportunity, or maybe limited slots available. Please don't fall for that. They are high pressure sale tactics. Red flag number 5, no verifiable presence. Just a WhatsApp number or maybe a flashy website. No physical office address. No actual credential or registration details. Please don't trust them. Legitimate companies have physical offices, proper registration, and they have verifiable credentials, right? And legitimate companies do exist, right? And just in India there are names like Credit Mantri, Credit Sudhar, Paisa Bazaar, Credit Repair Agency. These all are real business with actual track record, but even they are just doing what you can do yourself. They are not performing any miracles. Now, if you are genuinely considering this route to hire any credit repair agency because you are feeling overwhelmed, now here how you can protect yourself. Just research thoroughly. Suppose if you want to buy any expensive thing, you check their reviews, right? Same way you can check their reviews, complaints on Google or maybe Trustpilot, consumer forums like Mouse. You can just check their reviews. You can look them up on LinkedIn. Actually they have professional presence, or you can verify that they have a physical office and are properly registered. Ask them specific questions before paying, like what exactly is your process for fixing these errors, how long will it take, what if you can't fix the error, what will happen, right? What is your refund policy? If you can't fix them, will you refund me? Can I see actual case study or testimonials with proof? These are much important. And what documents will you need from me? Be clear before paying, right? If they can't answer these clearly, then just walk away. Check for other agency. Now, before signing, read the contract carefully, the payment terms, timeline, expectation, refund policy, exactly what services are included, and what happens if they can't deliver. Don't sign anything, please, if you don't understand. Otherwise, you will end up losing your money. And they charge, I think, around 5,000 to 10,000 for simple and straightforward cases, and 10,000 20,000 for complex cases with multiple errors. But if they charge more than 25,000, then they are probably they are overpriced, right? Now, my honest recommendation is that unless you have more than 10 plus errors across different banks, or you have already tried everything yourself for months with zero success, I would say save your money. Just method 1 and 3 that we covered are completely free and they genuinely work. Use those first. Only consider hiring an agency as an absolute last resort when you are truly stuck and you are exhausted of all the three methods. Trust me, most errors can be fixed for free, and if you are willing to put a bit of effort, don't let these companies scare you by overpaying, right? And trust me, with my years of experience, I can tell these method 1 2 and 3, all of them truly works. That is why I have listed them, and you can try them too, and it will hardly take 15 to 20 minutes of your day. You can do it, right? Now, method number 5, let's go quickly. It's waiting it to out. Now, method number 5 is just do absolutely nothing. Wait for 7 years. Let the error expire naturally. Yeah, this is technically an option because according to CIBIL and RBI guidelines, negative information automatically get removed from your CIBIL report after 7 years. So maybe if you don't want to do anything, you can wait it out. But let's think about it. What this will actually mean in your life? Maybe 7 years of having bad credit scores, 7 years of getting rejected for loans if in any emergency you need them, maybe 7 years of higher interest rates on credit, and you do manage to get 7 years of severely limited financial option, maybe 7 years of explaining to your landlords why your credit score is poor, and most importantly 7 years of missing the opportunities, all for an error that you could fix in 30 to 60 days if you just took an action. Now, the only scenario where this might make sense is the error is extremely tiny, you have absolutely zero need for any kind of credit. You are literally exhausted every single other option and nothing has worked for you. But honestly, if I say that even in those cases, I would recommend to fix your error. It's worth the effort. Your financial reputation is too important to just ignore and hope maybe after 7 years it will automatically get correct. Before we wrap up for today's, here's the action plan. Let me share with you one real story that will perfectly show why all of this I said is matters. Now, there was a woman who has been saving for years to just buy her first house. All of us do, right? And after she had found her perfect house she imagined, she just gave she had enough for the down payment, and for the margin, for the rest of the amount she applied for home loan. And you know what, her loan was straightforward rejected because her CIBIL was 590, and she was completely shocked. How could it be? She has never missed a single EMI, and she was super responsible with her money. How could her score be so low? So she asked for her CIBIL report from the bank, and then she found out that she has an Axis Bank credit card which showed 85,000 outstanding with 8 months of missed payments. The problem was that she even never took a Axis Bank credit card, even she never applied for the one. Now, after she multiple visits to State Bank, she realized what has happened 2 years earlier, before she had given her documents copy to one job recruitment agency, and that turned out to be shady. Someone from there had stolen her information and opened a credit card in her name, used it and maxed it out, and never had paid. Now, for 2 years, this fraudulent card was sitting on her credit card report. This was destroying her score, and she had absolutely no idea about this because she has never checked her credit score. Now, here what she did. She filed for a police complaint. She raised a civil dispute with FIR copy attached and all her documents, and she also sent a legal notice to Axis Bank just demanding the investigation. How could, in her absence, they apply for the credit card? She followed up with the CIBIL for a few days and followed with the Axis Bank and prepared all the documents for potential RBI complaint. Now, Axis Bank investigated and confirmed that the card was fraudulent. They agreed to close it and they reported to CIBIL as fraud. And you know what happened? Within 4 weeks, CIBIL removed the fraudulent card entry from her report and her score jumped from 590 to straight 782. Now, just in one update, 782 is a good score, right? Now, on week 6, she reapplied for home loan and her loan was approved. This time, she bought her dream house. Now, how much time did she spend? Just maximum 35 days. Within 35 days, all work was done, right? Now, if she has not checked her CIBIL report, she would have just accepted, oh no, my CIBIL is bad, I cannot do anything. And she might have given up thinking, right? She was not eligible. Someone else would have been living in her dream house right now. But the important point was she took her action and she fought for herself and she won. Yes. And this is exactly what you even can do with your CIBIL score, right? If it's low. Alright. Here's your action plan. I don't want you to just watch this video and just move on. I want you to actually take action. Here what you do. Just go to CIBIL website, cibil.com, purchase your CIBIL report. It might be, I think, 550 rupees. Just do it even if you think everything is fine. And if everything is fine, then I especially want you to do it because 20% of reports have error and you need to know if you are the one of them. Step number 2, block just 2 hours in your calendar this week, maybe Sunday, and this is your CIBIL review time. Make it a just priority. Now, during those 2 hours, go through your entire report with payment history, with checking your basic details, everything, every single date, every single amount, and every piece of personal information. Step number 4, make a detailed list of any error you find, no matter how small it is. Write down all of them, what's wrong, which institution reported it, and what proof you have that it's incorrect. Okay. Now, if you find this error, then you can follow all the step 1 to step 5, any of the method I told you, right? And now over the next 30 days, your weekly task, check your CIBIL, follow up with the banks or email if you have any error, document every infraction, be persistent but always remain polite and professional, right? If you have on day 30, if you don't find any resolution from the bank or maybe CIBIL, don't wait. Just file a complaint with the RBI. It's completely free, right? Now, after resolution, just download a completely fresh CIBIL report, verify all your corrections you went through properly, and check your updated score. It's done. Very simple, right? Here are some important tips to remember. Just document everything, every single email, every letter, every phone call. Write down date, time, the person you spoke to, and what was said. The documentation is your ammunition if you need to escalate. Now, stay organized. Create a dedicated folder. Be professional always. I know it is frustrating, but please be polite and professional. And don't give up. The process can be bureaucratic and slow, but trust me, it genuinely works. It has worked for everyone. And number 5 is check annually what's going forward, right? And number 6, protect your document. Be extremely careful about who you give your PAN and Aadhaar photocopies to. This is the most point where identity theft happens, right? Only give them to verify. Just give your Aadhaar card or maybe PAN card. If you need any credit card, I have seen in mall many people just give them. No, please don't give them. Just go to bank. It will take maybe 1 hour, but it will save you from mascara, right? Your credit score is not just some random number, it's your financial reputation. It definitely affects your ability to buy your house, to start a business, to get a car, handle emergency, even rent a nice apartment. So please take control of it today. Check it, fix any error, protect it before going forward. Okay, I know this whole process can feel overwhelming when you first look at it, but there are forms, right, to fill, documents to gather, follow-ups to make, and it's lot. But here's what I want you to understand: you are not helpless in this situation. You have your right as a consumer, you have your recourse, and most importantly, this stuff actually work. People fix their errors successfully every single day. CIBIL score jump from 600 to 750. Fraudulent loans also get removed. Closed accounts get properly reported, and it happens every day. And trust me, it can happen with you too. But all you need is to take action. So here, what I'm asking you to do today, just don't watch this video. Think of it, oh, that's interesting, and move on with your life. Just take action today. Check your CIBIL score today. Go to CIBIL score, buy your report, check it. Because 3 months from now, 6 months from now, when you are applying for your dream house, maybe your car, or maybe any apartment, or maybe any business, right? I want you to get your loan approved with great interest, with minimum security, right? And that day you will be glad that you took action today. Now, if this video has helped you, please hit that like button. It really does help more people find this information, and subscribe to this channel if you want more practical financial and business banking insights that actually matters to your life. And drop a comment below and tell me, have you checked your CIBIL report or not, and what was your score? Did you have any errors? Let's talk about it. I read every single comment and I try to reply everyone. Thank you so much for watching this video till end. I really appreciate you spend this time with me. Now please go and log into CIBIL website and check your score, and let's discuss in the comment section. Until then, thank you. Take care.